Hello yet again. It's me, funkdoc, and this morning we have a four-player game on USA. It's me, barmstrong, daroj, and dcholt. Holt's using a little bit different name here because he couldn't get into his original account. Holt X is the name that he's actually registered on here. Holt immediately bids 8 for the 4 plant and gets it. Standard price. And also, this is the cheapest possible USA config. I will bid 4 for the 3 plant, though. And I will build in Washington, D.C. That shall be my plan. $16 and $25 were drawn. Let me buy oil first. All right, so 16, 19, and 25. So 25 will actually go under the deck. That's a very, very big deal. Okay, that's going to make 21 and even 20 a lot better, should they arrive. And they most likely will because, again, in a 4-player game, only 4 plants are randomly removed from the deck in each game. 4 of the plants I have listed at the start here, meaning not 13. 13 will always be in the game. Any other plant, though, fair game to be removed. This is definitely Washington, D.C. for me. And I really very often try to single build with the 3 plant because that guarantees me bottom in the turn order. And that could be good here because I really want a shot at 16. I mean, I'll be in a very good position next turn to actually build to 3 if I can get to 16, especially since, you know, I'll get first oil buy. Holt does the solid safe build over in the southeast. This is good because it'll make another player less likely to want to build near us. The other 2 players should, I think, Barmstrong should single build Chicago now. That's extremely obvious because you can go below Holt here in turn order, only having 1 city to his 2. Barm should single build Chicago, and then Daroj should go Kansas City, St. Louis after that. I think those are the obvious builds. Barm is okay losing this bit here. Oh, Barm double builds. Okay. Don't really see the point of that, but I think just Chicago is fine because I imagine Daroj would have built around here anyway. Even if he just had Chicago. Like Kansas City, St. Louis, that just screams 8 plant right there. That's an 8 plant build for sure. Yep. There you go. Because that gets you the most territory overall. And, you know, it gets you decently close to the southeast and Chicago as well. There's a lot of options from there. Like, this is a really open-ended map config for building. Not only is it the cheapest USA map config for a 4-player, it's also very open-ended and you don't really get blocked well. Also, this is fantastic for me that no one else built near me because I could even get Norfolk and, you know, Pittsburgh. At any rate, Daroj should pass on plants. And then the other 3 will all have to buy stuff. Okay, well then. Let me calculate this out. I can pay a lot of money for 16 and build to 3 this turn. Holt bids for the 10, which makes me happy. $30 and $42 were drawn. I missed those. Getting those now. I still think Daroj should pass here. Just aim to go... Okay, interesting. Now the question. I think I pass. Because I will be able to win the 16 and build. Yep, there we go. Fine by me. So I'm $1 short of getting Pittsburgh in another city, unfortunately. Let me calculate this out. Norfolk Raleigh I could do, though, actually. I have exactly enough. This is really good because I have exactly enough to build a Norfolk Raleigh. So that is really good for my step 2 expansion plans. And it's going to push DC Holt a little further west, which I like. That's going to encourage him to push a little further west then, me taking these, so that he can then get into Daroj's territory a little bit here. And Barmstrong buys the 9, so now 22 comes in next. 22 with 16 is a really nice combo. I might actually try to bid for that. Daroj... Okay, Daroj, this interesting play. Daroj opts to only power 1, because I guess he can't afford to build a third city, which kind of surprises me. Well, time to put this up for bed. This should get some clicks, I think. Like, if I get this, I can definitely build a 4th city at least, which is fine for turn 3. See, I'm fine getting this combo. 16 and 22 is a combo I like a lot because it's very much like 26. Like you're using 2 oil to power 5 cities with this combo. But with better turn order compared to 26. Again, you know, the 15 and 16, pairing those plants with 18 or 22 is a combo I really like for step 1. Also 17, that's a massive dud to come in after 29, so... Holt's in a very strong position right now. Holt and I are clearly the best off by far. So I expect Holt will be able to build Jacksonville and Birmingham on this turn. Yeah. One more oil I think is fine. Right? Because I can't afford Pittsburgh anyway. I'm kind of stuck in the cheap stuff here. Yeah, I'm actually just short of being able to afford Pittsburgh, sadly. I would have really liked to get Pittsburgh, but oh well. Leaves me with 9. Yeah, I can't buy any extra oil. That's fine. I want to get to a 4th city this turn. I need the money. Need to get some value out of that green plant. Ooh, Holt can't afford Birmingham. That's very good news for me. So they're a little bit behind on money. Daroj with Memphis, which is the obvious build for him. He wants to strike closer to the east here. Being able to power 4 cities on just the 3rd turn of the game is quite good. I missed 34. And 40 will go into the deck now. And we pass on all this garbage. The plants, same plants we had last turn, and these are all terrible. 19 might theoretically look okay, except for the fact that 24 and 30 are both in the market right now, as the next 2 plants showing. So trash is going to get killed. .44 is in, so we know that's going under the deck now. So 2 5-capacity plants going under the deck. Not great news. Holt had bought a bunch of extra coal before, and that's likely what cost him Birmingham in this situation. I'll just get 4 oil now. Sure. Yet, Barmstrong takes Pittsburgh as expected. Now at this point, I build Buffalo. I do not build to 6, though. I really want to stay at 5 cities for stall purposes, because as other players build more, I should drop in the turn order at this point. Buffalo's the slightly weaker alternative to Pittsburgh, but since I already have stuff in the south here, Buffalo has more value to me relative to Pittsburgh. It's closer than usual. So I definitely build this here. Like, I could build Detroit also to get myself that much closer to Chicago for later, but I feel like my step 2 condition is, I'm in decent enough shape for later expansion that I don't want to press my building. I want to just stay put here. I could eye a jump into South Florida at some point later to break a stall if I wanted to, but I feel like I want to stall where I'm at now. 27 drawn. I don't need any of these plants. Like, I feel like I don't want to buy any more plants until it's like a 5 or a 6. Though, unfortunately, with 25 under the deck, my options will be a little more limited in that regard. Yep. Daroj buys 24 as expected. Daroj is the one who really needed 24, and Barmstrong really needed to fish for some kind of drop. Ooh, there's 20. That looks like my plant right there. Okay. Again, 20 is going to be a lot better in this game than usual because of 25 going under the deck early. 21 is not anywhere to be seen yet either. And like, players have just all been like so efficient here, especially now with Daroj getting out of coal for the time being. He's just going to want to fire 24 and 13 for sure. So Barmstrong's builds at this point will obviously be Detroit and Minneapolis. That'll get them up to 5 and safely protect their territory. I'll take the last $4 oil here, which I might not need. Come to think of it, I'll be bottom next turn, so it might be a mistake for me to buy any oil this turn, but yeah, because 3 oil come back in, so I could have, that cost me $1 doing that. I should have thought about that. Now I really want to stall because except for me and Holt, like, I'll be at minimum like second from bottom in the turn order because I expect Holt to stall at 4. Also interesting that Holt didn't get Birmingham, had to go Knoxville instead, which I feel is a little weaker, but eh. Now is where the stall combo will come into play. The nice thing is I can bid for 20 next turn. I have a lot of money to go for it. It'll be a really handy plant for later because there won't be as much competition for coal. And I don't even have to run the 20 is the thing. And I could get 20 cheap here because of people not being aware of the situation and having their eye on 26. I mean, 26 coming in is not great news for my little stall combo here, obviously, but even still. I'd bid around 35 for this plant, I think. Again, much more valuable than usual here because of 25 not being a factor. 25 won't be seen again until step 3, and by that point of the game, it's not that likely to be bought with so many better plants around. I can bid for 20 here because it's a better fit for me than 26 because of my other plant being oil. With this setup, these will be the only plants I need until step 3, basically. Yeah. I'm okay with this. And 26 does, in fact, arrive, but at least now it's going to get bidding. 30 is rough because of 24 being in the game. I'm not so hot on 30 at this point. Trash has a very low restock rate compared to coal or even oil. So I think I'd rather bid for 20 than 30 at this stage. What I could do this turn, actually. What I could do this turn is just build to 7 and run 20 and 22 together. That's a thing I could do. Daroj for being forced to build over the 13 is not good because of them having like extra coal stored on the 8. Well, now 30 will at least get competitive bidding here, which is good news for me. It would have been bad news if someone got 30 dropped to them at cost without a fight, but there's going to be a fight for 30 now. Yeah, see, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now I gotta decide. I mean, 30 was, not too expensive, but it went for more than the 20, which I'm okay with. I want to preserve my turn order advantage here, I think. Holt's obviously going to at least buy that $2 coal sitting there. That's just too tempting not to. Yep. I'll buy the max oil now, and... Actually, no, I don't even need to buy coal this turn. Yeah, sure. Attack oil more. Because I should drop in the turn order on this turn. Now, the problem here is this. A stall helps Holt in the sense that Holt has the highest base capacity. And I don't know why Daroj is actually buying extra coal in the 8, which is interesting. Building to 6 and running 24 and 8. Not the most efficient thing at this stage of the game. Also, this is not shaping up to be a great step 3 market. That's for sure. I do think I want to stay low in the turn order, though, and play that game. 31 coming in, though. Not the best news, but then there's a decent chance it won't see the market for a little while. Alright. I'm expecting Daroj to build and break the stall and run 26 and 24. I think that's a possibility. Holt's just buying up extra coal, which I don't think I need to do here. Yeah. Now Daroj should want to run a 26. You're going to have to replace the 8 at some point. You can't keep storing coal on it. It already cost Daroj 13 earlier, storing extra coal. Because I think with Daroj stuck at the top of the turn order, it is in their favor to build now. They should run 26 and 24 and break the stall. I really think that's their play. They're not going to do it. Okay. I'm not complaining. I make more money per turn than Holt does, I think. Holt getting first build in step 2 is a problem, though. And also having base capacity. Holt is probably the favorite in this game right now, I think. The more I think about it, the more I guess I probably should have broken the stall last turn. Just run the 20. Yeah, now with 31 in the game. Okay, okay. I mean, I can't touch 31. Besides, these people will fight for it. They will fight hard for this. There's no way in hell I want to be stuck with both 20 and 31. 31 going for a much higher price than 30 is interesting. Not something you usually see. But again, no 21 and no 25. Plus 29 being in the game early and just, you know, reducing the overall coal consumption is another factor too. 29 coming in as early as it did with its massive efficiency. $31 going for this high of a price, I'm okay with that. Because, I mean, okay, we have a decent number of really bad plants still remaining, but not enough to where it's going to completely stall the game, I think. There is a slight chance of 34 coming on the market, although, note, we get 23. That's one of those duds I was talking about. This turn, I'm definitely buying up coal now. Yeah. I do think Holt's out in front in this game, though. Daroj will actually be in a really good position if the game, like, completely stalls. Like, the market just gives us nothing but bad plants. Daroj will probably win the game then, because they have a massive capacity lead over the rest of us. And it's going to be tough for us to get, you know, decent enough plants to catch up on that. I missed 35 earlier, though. Anyway, I am going to store 6 coal right now. I'll just do this. Get all the $3 and $4 coal now. Again, I'm not going to use the 20 during this stall. I'm just picking off decently cheap coal when I get the chance. Daroj would have definitely bought coal and run 31 instead if we didn't drive up the price of coal so much. That pushed them toward the oil and trash. Now, if I were Daroj, I feel like I wouldn't build in this situation. I feel like I'm the player who most wants the game to completely stall. If I were Barmstrong, I would have broken the stall a lot earlier, by the way. There's Holt building. Okay, I'm really glad that Holt's building, because now I'm going to get first build in step 2. Big deal. Big deal right there. Holt's just building everywhere. Wow. So that he can power 30 and 29 together. He has a lot of extra resources stored. So I'm obviously not building now. A lot of big jumps there. Interesting play. It makes sense because he's going to make a ton of money this turn. For sure. Yeah. So all the step 1 spots are taken now. All right. 15 out, but 11 is in. There is the stall. So buying the extra coal, I mean, I still think buying the extra coal there was correct, but I'm really glad to be bottom now and get more decently priced coal here. 39 out, 32 in. Lots of nuclear plants that nobody's going to want, of course. Anyway, I just built a 10 now, obviously. Get the full value from all my plants and nothing else. All right. 18 in there. Yep. This is the stall we were talking about. All right. So what do I do now? What do I do? Not going to buy a plant next turn, therefore. And now the problem is we can't... Yeah, here's what we do. Barmstrong is so far behind, I won't mind being below them in the turn order. I mean, above them. Okay. Holt. So, build into Barmstrong is my plan here. Although I do want to make sure... So I think what I do is I build the Twins here, and then Detroit, Chicago, Minneapolis. And there's the big old coal buy. My turn order is going to be a really big advantage here, I think. I mean, daroj is under pressure to build and make money, for sure. I hate having to build into Holt a little bit, but yeah. Building to 12 would be interesting because that would prevent 12 from coming into the game. Also, look at all these resources except uranium. Look at the cost of these. Holy crap. I mean, at least trash isn't getting cheap, so that works. All right, Holt building into me. I'm fine with that. Also funny that Barmstrong's been running 2 coal on the 5 plant this whole time, just to power 1 city. It's an effective move with how dependent a lot of us are on coal. It's hurting us more than it hurts Barm, probably. Well, there we go. Holt wins the game. Okay. So technically I get second. All right. Good game. Yeah. I should have been a little more afraid of that, I guess. I mean, I tried to block Holt, but dang. I mean, if I bought 23, it would not have helped me to stop Holt because I would only have 11 capacity that way. Daroj had to build. I mean, realistically, I mean, I think Holt was winning this game regardless. Yeah. All right, that's it. Good game, everyone. And this is an interesting case of a 4-player game ending before step 3, which you don't usually see. That is what happens when you get a long step 1 stall. 29 and 30 was just too good of a combination there. 29 especially, that went kind of cheap. Grats to Holt, and see you later.